You are surrounded by people, hundreds of them, on your screen, in your feed, in your city, and yet you feel completely alone. Don't lie to yourself. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That hollow feeling at 2 a.m. when the phone goes dark. That weight in your chest when no one really sees you. That quiet voice that whispers, "Nobody would notice if you disappeared." 2,000 years ago, a man who commanded the most powerful empire on earth wrote this to himself, alone, at night, in his private journal. Not for the public, not for approval, for himself alone. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, general, philosopher, one of the loneliest men who ever lived. And yet, he never suffered from loneliness, because he understood something most people today will never grasp. Stay with me. What you're about to hear will change how you see yourself forever. Epictetus was a slave, not metaphorically, literally. He was owned, chained, controlled. He had nothing. No freedom, no home, no power over his own body. And yet, Epictetus became one of the most free men who ever lived, because he understood the difference between two things most people confuse: solitude and loneliness. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourself. Epictetus. Loneliness is hunger, a desperate reaching outward. It says, "I am incomplete. I need something outside me to feel whole." Solitude is power, a turning inward. It says, "I am enough. The world outside is noise. My world within is infinite." Every time you pick up your phone because you can't stand being alone with your thoughts, that is loneliness controlling you. Every time you scroll, looking for validation from strangers, that is weakness dressed as connection. Epictetus would look at your life and say one thing: "You are afraid of yourself." And he would be right. The person you're running from every time you reach for that screen is you. Marcus Aurelius ruled 70 million people. Every day, thousands came to him with their problems, their wars, their ambitions, their betrayals. He carried the weight of the entire world on his shoulders. And at night, he was completely alone. But here is what he wrote, not for the public, not for approval. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. His own soul, not another person, not a crowd, not a notification. His own soul. You want to know why you feel lonely? Because you have abandoned your own soul. You have traded the infinite richness of your inner world for the cheap dopamine of someone else's attention. You have made yourself dependent on external validation. And now you wonder why you feel empty when it's taken away. Marcus didn't need anyone to tell him he mattered. He knew, because he had done the work. The hard, brutal, uncomfortable work of actually knowing himself. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Seneca wrote letters, long, brutal, honest letters to his friend Lucilius, and in one of them, he said something that should stop you cold Retire into yourself as much as possible. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Retire into yourself, not isolate yourself, not cut everyone off. Retire. Like a general who falls back to his fortress, not in defeat, but in strategy. Seneca is telling you something brutal. Most of the people you're desperately trying to connect with cannot give you what you're looking for, not because they're bad people, but because they haven't found it themselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot receive depth from shallow water. The loneliness you feel in crowds, that is not failure. That is your soul recognizing the difference between noise and substance. Stop fearing solitude. Stop treating your own company as punishment. The Stoics built an inner citadel, a fortress inside the self, that no army could breach, no rejection could shatter, no silence could threaten. You can build that too. But first, you have to stop running. Here is the twist most people never see coming. Your loneliness is not a symptom of having too few people around you. It is a symptom of having too little of yourself. The moment you stop needing people to fill your emptiness is the moment you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who don't desperately need them, because desperation repels. Self-sufficiency attracts. Marcus Aurelius didn't pursue connection. Connection pursued him. Epictetus, a slave with nothing, had students traveling from across the empire to sit at his feet. Seneca, exiled and alone, wrote letters still read by millions 2,000 years later. Their secret was not charm, not status, not popularity. Their secret was this: he who is everywhere is nowhere. Stop being everywhere for everyone. Go deep into yourself. Build something real inside. And watch, just watch, how the right people find their way to you. The Stoics didn't cure loneliness by finding more people. They cured it by finding themselves. And here is your final command from Marcus Aurelius himself: look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look there. Look inward, not tomorrow, not when life gets easier. Now, because the only person who can end your loneliness is already inside you. If this hit something real inside you, subscribe. We post Stoic wisdom every week. Dark, honest, unfiltered. Because you deserve more than comfort. You deserve truth.